Morning, dear students. In the previous session, you learned the two different kinds of business organization. That is chapter 2, business forms of business organization. Forms of business organization. Chapter 2. In that, here you learn the two different kinds of business organization. In that, first one is sole proprietorship and the second one is joint into undivided family. I think all are clear with this two concepts. Now I am going to discuss the third forms of business organization, that is partnership. Third form of business organization, that is partnership. So, what is partnership means? Here the two or more persons are agreed to share a profit and losses. Here the partnership means here the two or more persons. Here the two or more persons are agreed to share a profits and losses according to their proportion of their ratio. That is known as partnership. The partnership means two are more persons are agreed to share their profit and profit or losses according to their proportion of ratio, according to their proportion of their ratio is known as partnership. Understand? So the partnership means here the two or more persons are agreed to share profits and losses according to their proportion of their ratio is known as partnership. So the partnership form is going to govern the one act, that is the Partnership Act 1932. Here they are going to govern the act that is Partnership Act 1932. So here Indian Partnership Act 1932. So if you want to start the partnership business means here they are going to follow this act, that is Indian Partnership Act 1932. So this Indian Partnership Act 1932 defines a partnership is here the partnership as the relation between persons who have agreed to share profit of the business, agreed to share profit of the business, and business carried by or any one of them acting for all. So according to the Indian Partnership Act 1932, means here the relation between two or more persons are agreed to share their profits and losses according to their proportion of their ratio. Whatever the ratios, whatever the capital they invested, according to their proportion of ratio, here they are going to share their profits and losses. So it is known as partnership firm. And who is going to control this partnership firm is here all the partners are going to control this partnership firm, or behalf of them any one of the partner is going to control this partnership firm. So I think everybody clear with this meaning. So the defined partnership means here you have to write this answer. This question may ask for 2 marks. So defined partnership means here you have to write like this according to Indian Partnership Act 1932. 1932 partnership as the relation between two or relation between the persons. So if the person means here the 2 or more persons who have agreed to share their profit of the business, profit and loss of the business. And who is going to control this partnership firm is here carried by all. Here all the partners are going to control the business. Here all the partners are going to control the partnership firm, or any one of the partner. Any one of the partner acting for all. Here any one of the partner is going to control this whole partnership firm. This is known as the meaning of partnership. If they ask for 1 mark question, here you have to write this answer. If they ask defined partnership means, here you have to write this answer. Understand? So now let's move on to the features of partnership. So in this partnership, third form of business organization, you are going to learn what is partnership, undefined partnership, and next one is features, advantages, disadvantages, types of partners, and types of partnership. And the first point is features of partnership. What are the features of partnership means? Features of partnership. This question may arise for 4 marks. Please make a note of it. So, in the first point is formation. So, the first one is formation. So, every business organization, if they have to start the business means, first thing here they have to do is formation. That means here they have to form a business organization. How they are going to form a business organization means, in this partnership, according to the Indian Partnership Act 1932, so here they have to form this partnership. So formation. So it is very easy to form a partnership firm according to the Indian Partnership Act 1932. Indian Partnership Act 1932. So the formation. So formation means how they are going to form a business organization means partnership firm means here they have to form with the Indian Partnership Act 1932 with some legal agreement. With some legal agreement. With some legal agreement. If they want to start this business organization means partnership firm means here the 2 or more persons must be involved in partnership firm. Here according to the Indian Partnership Act 1932, here they have to start their business firm and with some legal agreement. Here with or without registration also they can start a partnership firm. So there is no compulsion of registration in this partnership firm. There is no compulsion of registration. No compulsion of registration. partnership firm with some legal agreement. Here some legal agreement, that means here the two or more persons to agree to share their profits and losses. Here they have to make their profits and losses according to their ratios. Here they have to make a agreement, and there is no compulsion of registration. Here may or may not. Here there is no compulsory. There is no compulsory registration for the partnership firm. That is known as formation. And the next one is liability. Liability. So in this partnership firm, the liability of a partners is unlimited. In this partnership firm, the liability of partners is unlimited. Unlimited liability. So the liability of partnership firm is unlimited. Here every partners are having a unlimited liability if the business resources are insufficient. If the business resources are insufficient means here they have to pay the debts from their personal wealth. Here they have to pay their debts from their personal wealth. That is known as liabilities. Here every persons are liable to. Here every partners are having the unlimited liability. If the one person is not able to pay their debt means here the other partners have to pay their debts from their personal resources. That is known as liability. And the next one is risk bearing. And the next one is risk bearing. So the risk bearing means here all the partners are going to share their profits and losses, and also here all the partners are responsible for the business activities. Like that, here every partners are going to share the risk equally. Here every partners are going to share their business risk equally. If they earn the reward of profit means that also they are going to share according to their proportion of ratio. If they earn loss also, if they incur loss also, here they are going to share their risk according to their proportion of ratio. That is known as risk bearing. Here all the partners are going to bear the risk. All the partners are going to bear the risk. And the next one is decision making. Decision making and control. So decision making and control. That means in the partnership firm, here every person, each and every partner are having a authority to take a decisions. Here each and every partner is having a right to take a decision authority. Here each partner having a right of decision making or authority. So decision making and controlling the partnership firm, here each and every partners are going to take a decisions according to their functions. According to their functions, here they are going to take a decisions, and also here every partners are going to control a day-to-day activities of business organization, and here they are going to control a day-to-day activities of business organization. Activities of business organization. So decision making. So the decision making means here the every partners are going to share their decisions. Here every partners are going to share their decisions, and here each and every member, each and every partner is having a authority to take a decisions. And also here the each and every partners are going to control a day-to-day activities of the business organization. That is known as decision making and control. And the next one is continuity. Continuity. So it is one of the most disadvantage of partnership. So here this is one of the most disadvantage of partnership. If one partner, if in case of any partner death, in case of any partner death, insanity or insolvency means here they are going to close down this partnership firm. If in case of here the continuity means here it is one of the drawback of the partnership firm. In case of any one of the partners death, insanity or insolvency means here they are going to close down this partnership firm. If they want to continue their business means partnership firm means here they have to make a new agreement with the partners. In case of here they have to continue if they want to continue business means here they have to make a new agreement. They have to make new agreements. So understand. So the continuity here. The continuity means here it is one of the drawback or disadvantage of the partnership. If in case of any one of the partner death or insanity or insolvency means here they are going to close down or wind up this partnership firm because here they are not ready to take a responsibility of the partnership firm. In that cases, if they are willing to continue their business organization means here they have to make again new agreement between the partners. It is known as continuity. And the next one is number of partners. So according to the Companies Act 2013, New Companies Act 2013, here the minimum partners must be 2. Here they must have minimum partners 2, and the maximum is 100. And the maximum partners is 100. So I think all of you clear with this point. So the next one is number of partners. So the number of partners means according to the Partnership Act, according to the Companies Act 2013, according to the new Companies Act 2013, if they want to start a partnership firm means here they must have a minimum membership 2, minimum partners must have 2, and the maximum is 100. So they must have a maximum 100. Understand? And the next one is mutual agency. So the mutual agency means cooperation between the partners. Here the cooperation between the partners. So the mutual agency defines if any one of the partners, your business carried by all or any one of them acting for all. So that is known as mutual agency. So the mutual agency means here the single partner is going to control the business activities. Here only the one person is going to control the business activities, or every partners, here every single partners are going to divide their works. That is known as mutual agency. So once again I am going to repeat these points. The first one is features of partnership. The first one is formation. So the formation means according to the Indian Partnership Act 1932. Here they have to start the partnership firm easily. Here they can start the partnership very easily with some legal agreement. If they want to continue their legal agreement, means here they have to make their agreement with the Indian Partnership Act 1932, and there is no compulsion of the agreement. Here they can get the agreement with the Partnership Act 1932, or else here with the they can continue their partnership firm. Understand? There is no compulsion of the registration. And the next one is liability. So the liability is the partnership firm's liability is unlimited. Here the partner's liability will be unlimited if the business resources are insufficient. If the business resources are insufficient, means here they can continue their business. They have to pay their debt from their personal resources or personal wealth. If the one partner is not liable to pay their debt, means here other partners are the responsible to pay their debts. That is known as liability. And the next one is risk bearing. So the risk bearing means here all the partners are going to bear the risk. All the partners are going to bear the risk according to their proportion of their ratio. If they get a reward of profit also, they are going to share, or else if they get a loss also, they are going to share. That is known as risk bearing. And the next one is decision making and control. So every partners are having a authority to control making decisions. Here every partners are having a authority to take a decisions, and here the control means here every partners are going to control a day-to-day activities of the business organization. And the next one is continuity. So the continuity means here in case of partnership, here any one of the partner death or insanity or insolvency, anything happened to that particular partner, means here they are going to wind up or close down their partnership firm. If the other partners are willing to continue their partnership firm, means here they have to make a new agreement. And the next one is number of partners. According to the New Companies Act 2013, here the minimum partners must be 2 and the maximum is 100. And the last one is mutual agency. So here it is very important feature for the partnership firm. So the mutual agency means cooperation among the partners. So the mutual agency defines here any one of the partner acting for all, or all the work will be carried by one. So either carried by all or any one of the partner carried there. So any one of the partner is going to conduct all the business activities, or all the partners are going to divide their functions according to their expertise. That is known as mutual agency. So these are the features of partnership. Now let's move on to the merits of partnership. So the next one is merits or advantages of partnership. So merits of partnership or advantages of partnership. So in that first one is formation and closure. Formation and closure. So in this partnership, it is very easy to form a partnership firm with the legal formalities, or with the legal agreement between the partners, with the legal agreement between the partners. With the legal agreement between between the partners, like sharing the profits and losses equally or according to the proportion of their ratio, that is known as formation. So the formation means according to the Indian Partnership Act 1932, so it is very easy to form a partnership firm with the legal agreement between the partners, and here they are going to share their business activities, that is known as formation. And next one is closure. So the closure means here they are going to close their business partnership firm very easily. Here they can easily close their business activities. There is no compulsion of registration. So in this partnership firm, there is no compulsion of registration. Compulsion of registration. So this is known as formation and closure. And the next one is balanced decision making. Balanced decision making. So balanced decision making means here in the partnership firm, every partner is having a make it decisions. Here every partners are having a right to take it decisions and according to their functional expertise. Here according to their functional expertise, here they are going to make the decision making. Here every partners are going to share their work. Here every partners are going to share their work and according to their functional areas, here they are going to make their decisions. It is known as balanced decision making. So the balanced decision making means according to their functional areas expertise, according to their functional areas, according to their different functional areas, where they are going to take their decisions. That is known as balanced decision making. And the next one is more funds. More funds. So here every partners are going to contribute a capital. Here every partners are going to contribute a capital. In their cases, here they are going to collect a more funds. That is known as more funds. Here the more funds means here every partners are going to contribute capitals. In that cases, here they are going to collect a more funds. And the next one is sharing of risk. Sharing of risk. So sharing of risk. So every partners are going are responsible for this business activities. Here they are going to share all the risk or all the rewards of a profit. So it is known as sharing of risk. And the next one is secrecy. Secrecy. So it is very important. So here in this partnership firm, here they are not legally disclose their financial accounts to a public. Here they won't disclose their financial statements to a public. In that cases, here they are having a confidentiality about their information. So the secrecy means not legally disclose the financial statements to public. In that cases, in that sense, it is easy to maintain confidentiality organization's information. So the secrecy means here in this partnership firm, here the partners are not legally disclose their financial statements to the public. In that cases, here they are going to maintain a confidentiality about their about their business organization information, that is known as secrecy. So these are the merits of partnership. So in that, once again I am going to repeat these points. First one is formation and closure. So the formation and closure means here it is very easy to form a partnership firm. It is very easy to form a partnership firm with some legal agreement between the partners, and also here they are going to share their profits and losses in their agreement, and there is no compulsion of registration. Whenever they require, whenever they decide to close down the business organization, in that time here they are going to close the partnership firm. And the next one is balanced decision making. So according to the functional areas, here the partners are going to divide their works. So in that cases here it is very easy to make a decisions. And the next one is more funds. So every partners are going to contribute a capital to the partnership firm. In that cases here they are going to collect a more funds. And the next one is sharing of risk. Here in the features only here every partners are responsible for the business activity. In that cases if they get the reward of profit, and if they incur loss also, here they are going to share the risk among all the partners. And the next one is secrecy. So in this partnership firm, here they won't legally disclose their financial statement. Here they won't disclose their financial statement to the public. In that cases here they are going to maintain a confidentiality about their business information. Here they are having a more secrecy about their business organization. I think all of you clear with these points. These are the 5 merits of partnership firm, and the next one is demerits of partnership. Next one is demerits of partnership. So in that first one is unlimited liability. In that first one is unlimited liability. So aside the features of partnership, second point, that is liability. So the liability means here the partnership, in this partnership firm, the partner's liability will be unlimited. If the business resources are not sufficient or insufficient, here they have to pay from their personal resources. But in case of in this partnership firm, if any one of the partner is not liable to pay their debts, here any one of the partner is not able to pay their debt, means here other partners are going to share their debts. That is known as unlimited liability. So the unlimited liability means if one partner is not liable to pay their debt, means here other partners are responsible to pay their debts from their personal resources. That is known as unlimited liability. And the next one is limited resources. Limited resources. So why it is limited resources means in the partnership firm, here every partners are going to contribute their capital. Here every partners are going to contribute their capital to the partnership firm. In that cases, here they are going to restrict about their resources. Here they are going to make a restrict about the resources. That is known as limited resources. So the limited resources means in the partnership firm, here all the partners are going to contribute a capital to the partnership firm. In that cases, here everybody is going about the resources. And the next one is possibility of conflict. Possibility of conflict. So conflict means quarrels between the partners. Why it happens means here the possibility of conflict means here every partners are having a decision authority. Every partners are having a decision authority. Here the group of partners are assembled in this partnership firm. Here the group of partners are assembled in this partnership firm. Here one partner is going to make a decision, means other partners are not satisfied with this decision. In that cases, here the conflict may arises. So the possibility of conflict means here in this partnership firm, here the decision authority is shared among all the partners. In that cases, if the one partner is going to make this decision means another partner are not satisfied with this decision. In that cases, the conflict may arises. And the next one is lack of continuity. And the next one is lack of continuity. So this is the main disadvantage or drawback of the partnership firm. If any one of the partner death, in case of any one of the partner death or insanity or insolvency, anything happen to a particular partner means other partners are not willing to continue the partnership firm means here this partnership will be closed down, or else if any conflict arises between the partners means in that cases also here they are going to close down this partnership firm. So these are the main disadvantages of partnership. And next one main important one is lack of public confidence. Lack of public confidence. So in this partnership firm, here they are having a lack of public confidence. Why? Because here in this an advantage here I said that secrecy. In that secrecy, what they are going to maintain? Here they won't disclose their financial statements to the public. Here they won't disclose their financial statement to the public. In that cases, here they are going to maintain a secrecy about their financial statement. Here they are going to maintain a secrecy about their financial statement. In that cases, here the publics are not having confidence about the partnership firm. Understand? So the lack of public confidence means here the partnership firms are not going to disclose their business information to the public. In that cases, here they are going to, the publics are not having a confidence about the partnership organization. So these are the main disadvantages or demerits of partnership. So in the first one is unlimited liability. So the unlimited liability means here the business resources are insufficient. If the business resources are insufficient, if one partner is not liable to pay the debt, if one partner is not liable to pay debt, one partner is not liable to pay debt means other partners must pay from their personal resources. So unlimited liability. So the unlimited liability means if the one partner is not able to pay their debt means here other partners who have agreement with this partnership firm, here they have to pay their debts. Here they have to pay their partner's debt. If the business resources are insufficient means here they have to pay from their personal resources. That is known as unlimited liability. And the next one is limited resources. So the limited resources means here every partner partners are going to contribute capital to the partnership firm. In that cases here they are going to restrict about the resources. And the next one is possibility of conflict. So here in this partnership firm here the group of members are assembled. Here the group of members are assembled in this partnership firm. In that cases here the decisions are shared. Here the decision authority shared among all the partners. Here if one partner is not satisfied with the other partner's decision means here they are going to arise a conflict or a quarrels between the partners. It is known as possibility of conflict. And the next one is lack of continuity. In case of partner death or insolvency or insanity, anything happened to a particular partner, here they are not able to continue their partnership firm means here they are going to close down their business organization. And the next one is lack of public confidence. Here the lack of public confidence means here they won't legally submit their financial statements to the public. Here in the partnership firm here they won't legally submit their financial statement to the public. In that cases here they are going to reduce or decline in the public confidence. So these are the demerits of partnership. So dear students, I think all of you understood these concepts. So in the next class here we are going to continue with this partnership firm here. Type of partners and types of partnership. In the next session, you are going to learn this two types. So, here are types of partners and types of partnership. And also, you are going to learn the fourth different forms of business organization, that is cooperative societies, meaning, features, merits, and demerits. Understand? So, thank you for listening me.